Hi everybody, this is methlokaiju, and today I'll be doing another subscriber requested video. This is requested by CYKO Studios. Sorry if I did not pronounce your name correctly. And he requested me top 5 Godzilla crossovers. This is actually a pretty cool request, so let's dig in. So number 5 goes to Godzilla vs. Cloverfield. Now, Cloverfield is a pretty cool kaiju. I don't really care too much about them compared to other ones such as, Ultraman, all that stuff. But Cloverfield is pretty cool. I also really like the pink things. I don't know what they are, like sacks or something. I'm not really sure what it is. But the fact that it's more like a space kind of kaiju a little bit, like a how can I describe it? It's like a like an insectoid kind of kaiju, and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. But the reason why it's so low on the list is because, first off, I don't really care about this movie too much if it got released. I mean, even though it sounds cool and it will be a pretty cool battle, I bet, I wouldn't really care too much about it compared to other ones. And also another reason is because it's kind of predictable who will win, and that's obviously Godzilla. Because first of all, Godzilla is more popular, and yes, the popularity does play a big role on who wins. And also because Cloverfield's strength is not so strong compared to Godzilla, honestly. So that's number 5. Number 4 is the Godzilla Slasher Birth of Mothra crossover, and this could include a Birth of Mothra monsters and or the Mothras. Now, the reason why it's so low on the list and not number 3 or number 2 is because the monsters in the Rebirth of Mothra are mostly Ghidorahs and one new creative kaiju. And, Godzilla fighting Ghidorah is already something that's, has already been fought before. Godzilla has fought Ghidorah too many times already. Like, when, around 5 times he fought them. And no, I'm not talking about movies that Ghidorah appeared in which he fought Godzilla. I mean, like, fights. So, like, 5, 6, somewhere around there. So, I think it's alright with no more Ghidorah. But still, Death Ghidorah, Grand King Ghidorah, Cretaceous King Ghidorah. What other ones? Yeah, those are pretty cool. I really especially want to see Godzilla fight Death Ghidorah, because Death Ghidorah is like a quadruped Ghidorah, which is similar to Kaiser Ghidorah, but this Death Ghidorah has very unique powers, such as like opening the Earth's crust and shooting all these like fireballs, and having a landform, all this weird, unique stuff that a Ghidorah has never been seen to do. So I'll really like that. And also the Mothra, Godzilla's already fought Mothra a bunch of times already. But the new Mothra, such as Armor Mothra, Mothra Leo, Aqua Mothra, those will be really cool to see how they will fight the King of the Monsters. So that's number 4. Number 3 is Godzilla and the Pacific Rim crossover. Now, the reason why this one's over the Rebirth of Mothra is because the Rebirth of Mothra, Kaiju, and the Mothras, they're kind of similar to their counterparts, which are King Ghidorah and Mothra. So, Godzilla's already fought those type of kaiju, so it will be kind of repetitive somewhat. But with the Pacific Rim kaiju, they're unique and different, such as Otachi. There's no real kaiju in the Godzilla line that kind of looks like Otachi, really. Let's see, Leatherback, maybe Orga, maybe, but still a lot of differences. Slattern, no kaiju that's like Slattern from the Godzilla line. So it's like different kaiju. So I really like to see Godzilla fighting all these kaiju. Plus, you can make all these different type of battles, like Godzilla vs Leatherback, Godzilla vs Leatherback and Otachi, Godzilla vs Slattern, Godzilla vs Trespasser, Godzilla vs Reiju, Godzilla vs Mutavor, Godzilla vs this and that. And plus the Jaegers come in. It's gonna be like a whole monster fest, and that's the good thing about a Godzilla vs Pacific Rim crossover. But yeah, that's number 3. Number 2 is Godzilla vs Ultraman, and this can include the kaiju and or ultras. Now the kaiju are pretty cool, pretty unique. I especially like to see Godzilla fight Gamora, since Gamora for me is the Godzilla of the Ultraman line. And plus he is titled, I believe, the Prince of the Monsters, I think. I'm not really sure about that, but I believe he is titled Prince of something. Prince of the Monsters, Prince of the Kaiju. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Prince of the Monsters, but you know, I really want to see Godzilla fight Gamora, especially with all of his forms. You know, EX Gamora, Rihanna's vs Gamora. Maybe we can even see Earth Gamora, and maybe the Black Earth Gamora. I forgot what it's called, but you know, I really want to see that battle. Plus Ultraman fighting Gamora. Ultraman fighting Godzilla. Who doesn't want to see that? Just imagine like Ultraman Zero and Ultraman Mebius fighting off Godzilla, and you know, all this mayhem. It's gonna be really, really awesome seeing that battle. Really awesome. But I don't know what take they'll, you know, use. You know, Ultraman is more fantasy than Godzilla, so I'm not really sure about that, but still, it'll be a really awesome crossover. So that's number 2. Number 1. Actually, before we get to number 1, let's actually, let me actually mention my honorable mentions. And that is Godzilla vs. King Kong. And that's the only honorable mention. And the reason why it's not on the list is because King Kong, hairy ape. That's it. Anyways, yeah, I don't really care for King Kong, really. And plus, Godzilla vs. King Kong, or, excuse me, King Kong vs. Godzilla already happened already. So, that's why he's not on the list. So, let's continue with my regular list. Number 1 is the obvious Godzilla and Gamera crossover. This will be amazing. Spectacular. Now we can have Godzilla fighting off the Gyoses. That's really awesome. I really want to see how Godzilla will fight the Gyoses, and even though they might appear kind of weak, they're still very fast. And plus, I really want to see Godzilla fighting off Legion. That would be amazing. Like, really awesome. And maybe we can even bring in some of the other Godzilla Kaiju fighting off some of the Gamera Kaiju, like, I don't know, King Ghidorah versus Iris or something of that sort. It's going to be really awesome if they ever do that. So, that's number 1. But that's basically all for this video. Please comment down below what are your top 5 Godzilla crossovers you want to see. Thank you, CYKO Studios, for requesting me this. Sorry if I did not pronounce your name correctly. But that's basically all for this video. Subscribe, like, and comment. This is methlokaiju signing out.